Well, good afternoon. I want to welcome you to another edition of Wildlife Wonders at 1. I'm Jeff Powell, the Director of Operations, and we're here at the North Georgia Zoo where I work. You'll meet Rachel Heck in just a moment. Rachel is the Director of Visitor Experience, and she's brought another friend for you to meet today. You'll get to meet Ruby here in just a moment. Like so many other small businesses, we're finding ourselves, due to the coronavirus, in a bit of a financial challenge right now, and we know that a lot of you have asked about how you could help. There's a lot of ways that you can do that. We actually have set up a GoFundMe page where we're receiving gifts from you. Many of you have already given, and we appreciate that so very much. You can also go to our website. We have an online store. We have just received all sorts of new toys and clothing and things like that you can purchase. That'd be a huge help for us. You will see something in the next day or so about an online auction that a lot of people are helping with, where you can purchase different items, or you can also donate and be a part of the auction yourself. That would be absolutely wonderful. And of course, our zoo is still open right now. It's an open-air facility. We're practicing social distancing here. We are spread out over several acres, and so social distancing is really pretty easy to do here. We are doing both of our tours and our wildlife hands-on encounters. Those things are both by reservation only right now, but that's easy to do. Just go to our website. You'll be able to do your reservations right there, and we would love for you to come because our animals are looking for you and they would love to see you. Now, we're continuing to do our Wildlife Wonders at 1 o'clock. Those are coming every day to you, obviously at 1 o'clock. They're about a 5 to 10 minute video where we're doing some educational programming for you so you can learn about the animals and also get a good up close and personal look at them. So today, as I said, Rachel Heck, let's see what you got for us.
All right, hi guys. It's good to see you again. Today I have Miss Ruby here. Ruby is a red kangaroo joey. That means she is a young kangaroo. She is probably about 8 months old now. She has started hopping in and out of the pouch. Many of you don't realize though, but when a kangaroo is born, it's actually the size about like the tip of your pinky or like a jelly bean. So super small when they're born. They're pretty underdeveloped. They have a mouth and hands, and what mom does is she'll give birth and lick a path up to her pouch where the baby crawls in and finishes developing there. So at that time they don't have much fur. By the time they're about 6 months old though, they start growing fur. They start popping their head out of mom's pouch, and we'll begin to explore the great outdoors. So Miss Ruby here, they are classified into the macropod family. So macro is big and pod is foot. So if you've never met Bigfoot before, you have today. So this is Ruby's big foot here. It's super long. You see compared to my hand how big it is. They have 3 toes. So they have one outer toe here, one middle toe, and one inner toe. So this inner one actually has 2 nails on it, and it's kind of loose like this, and they'll stiffen it to use that for grooming. So that's a grooming toe. And then you see here she's able to move her foot there. Kangaroos actually have the ability to start going, and when they run really fast, they can go about 25 miles per hour. Typically they'll go between maybe 5 to 16, but if they really want to get going, they'll go super fast. And what's super cool about them is the way that their muscles and their tendons are designed. The faster they go, the less energy they expend. So they use that momentum of that little pop, that jump, to get going super fast. Another cool thing about how they jump is they can jump about as high as a school bus or as long as a school bus. That would be in extreme situations where if they needed to get going super fast, they could jump up and going, but they'd have to go fast to get going that high or that long, but they do have that ability. Other cool things about them, their ears can move independently. You see how Miss Ruby here moves her ears side to side. She's listening around, trying to check out what's going on in the world, figuring out which direction sounds are coming from. Kangaroos also have a super strong tail. The tail is actually used as an extra leg, so they have what's called pentapedal locomotion. So penta is 5, pedal is foot, and locomotion is movement. So they do use that tail as an extra leg. See Miss Ruby looking around. Miss Ruby here is a female, so she does have a pouch. She has a pouch because she's a marsupial, so marsupials carry their young in a pouch until they are fully developed and able to start coming out and about. And if you have any questions about kangaroos, please feel free to comment, and I'd be glad to answer any questions. But I'll keep talking about them a little bit more. Other cool features, what do they eat? So kangaroos are browsers, so they're going to eat lots of grasses and berries and things. They'll even dig with their little claws here in the dirt and eat the minerals out of the ground. But so the red kangaroo serves kind of the same niche that our white-tailed deer do here. They are browsers. They're found out and about and kind of seen all over Australia, just like our deer are here.
Rachel, how long do kangaroos live?
How long do kangaroos live? Kangaroos can live to be into their 20s, about 20 years.
And how large will an adult kangaroo grow to?
So our red kangaroo is the largest species in the macropod family. There's about 70 species. They range from size from about 6 inches up to over 6 feet. So a male red kangaroo can reach over 6 feet tall. All right, so some other cool facts. Kangaroos move their back legs simultaneously. So when they walk along, putting their all fours down and their tail down, they'll walk along, and their back feet will always move together at the same time. The only time that they will move them independently is going to be when they are either grooming, so scratching in their fur, or if they're swimming. So they do have the incredible capability of swimming if they needed to get away from a predator. So some other information about kangaroos. What do you think their #1 predator is? What do you think, Jeff?
I think their #1 predator are people driving cars.
That is pretty much right there. So their #1 predator is likely humans. As they go along, they'll get hit by cars or they're hunted and things like that in Australia, like our deer are here. Their #2 predator is going to be the dingo, but kangaroos do have that fight or flight instinct, so they are usually likely to run when they hear something that scares them or that may threaten their area, and so they will run. But occasionally you'll see the male red kangaroos. They'll stand up all big and tough, and they'll do that stereotypical kickboxing, and what they're doing is they are fighting over females or over territory. So male kangaroos actually have an inch-thick muscle around their ribs because when they're kicking, they're aiming for those ribs that break pretty easy.
Sabrina would like to know, can they smell really well? She's looking at your nose right now, Ruby.
They can smell pretty decently. That is not their main sense that they use, but they use their ears quite a bit, but they can smell pretty good. They do greet each other by face, so occasionally if you see her kind of shaking her head a little bit, that's a form of greeting, so they'll greet each other by face and take a sniff of each other, knowing who is who. So if you've ever wondered what a kangaroo noise is, that was just a small one there. That's just her way of saying, hey, what you doing? What are we doing here? All right, do y'all have any other questions today about our kangaroos? Okay, so this is Miss Ruby, the red kangaroo. I want to thank you for tuning in, learning a little bit about them. We're going to attach down in the comments and on our website an activity to go along. I believe it's a coloring sheet today about kangaroos. But hi, sweetie. I also want you to know that we have like kangaroo stuffed animals and things in our gift shop that are available. You can order on our online gift shop. But also, I did want to know if you guys were interested. We do some animal painting sometimes, like we can do with our kangaroo here and just have some paw prints there. If you'd be interested in having an animal painting, we are going to have some on our auction site coming up. As well as if you would enjoy them, we can do a video of an animal painting and then auction off that painting that is done that day. So just give us a shout. Let us know if it's something